That wasn't a good fight. That one was pretty bad. Let's take our time here. Oof. Oh, what? Should have dodged that one. Did it. We did it. What an amazing game. Woo! Wow. Team Cherry, well done, everyone. That was just beautiful. Start to finish. We did it. Congratulations, everyone. One of 3 endings. Ooh, okay. I get the feeling that was the bad ending, because it was like a quick scene, and basically we got chained up, and now we're trapped as a Hollow Knight. We kept the vial at bay, it looks like, but you know, we are now sealed. So I'm wondering if there's another one that like frees everything or something like that, rather than just takes us as the new protector. Wow, that was such a good game though. That was fantastic. I'm looking forward to playing it again, and 100, getting 112% kind of thing. I guess you'll have to find out. So do the endings come with percentages, or like do I have to trigger or beat certain bosses or something like that? You don't have to tell me exactly what it is, but give me they'll let me continue playing. Okay, cool. But we're gonna watch the credits here. They're triggered. Okay, cool. So this was like the main story ending, but there's other ways that you can close out the game. Or to continue on the story to keep closing it out, something like that. I loved that game. Just start to finish, it was incredible. It was really challenging, but the difficulty curve, it didn't just spike up immediately. It was a good gradual climb. You had a chance to learn stuff, play around with things. There was a great world. The art was amazing. The music was wonderful. Really set the mood and made you feel what was going on. I can't give this game enough credit. Well done on achieving this great feat. You persevered and you triumphed. We hope you enjoyed yourself in the world of Hollow Knight. We'll meet again soon on the road ahead. Team Cherry. Game completion. Beautiful. "48 hours. Now, I think some of that I left the game on a couple of nights overnight. So I think we might be a little bit closer to 36, 38 hours, something like that. But damn. So that was Hollow Knight. I loved the game. It was absolutely amazing. At the time I'm recording this piece right now, we beat it about a week ago, so we've had a little bit of time to sit back and reflect on the game, and even a week later, I still love it. I'm thinking about it all the time, especially that last boss fight, which was fantastic. I have to say I really, really enjoyed the story. One of my favorite things about it was you were just dropped into the middle of the world and collected sort of the history and the events that led up to Hollow Knight, just in very piecemeal bits by bits. It only really happened as you explored the world and better kind of understood the environment and the area of Hollow Knight. And it really worked out well, because all of a sudden at the end, everything came together. And as you saw in the last boss fight, it really solidified what's happened with the world and how, and spoilers ahead, but if you've watched the last boss fight, if you watched everything before, I'm gonna assume that you've already got it spoiled, but the existing keeper, the protector of Hollow Knight, was corrupted, was tainted by the vial, and couldn't contain it anymore. And it ended up that we joined the cycle, and we were the next sort of guardians and protectors of Hollow Knight. And it explains how the world kind of crumbled and how everything became vile, partway through the game when it all changed. It was really, really neat. And you sort of had a feeling about what was going on, but it wasn't until at the very end when everything just comes back together. And it was really, really cool that you really unlocked this story as much, and you had to figure it out as you went, and then everything was kind of confirmed there towards the end. So I'm looking forward to understanding some of the other endings about the game. From what I understand, there's two more. We got the default one. There is I don't know if you'd call it a good ending, but there's some extra stuff that you can unlock, and there is a bad ending apparently as well that we might try and explore at some point. I'm also looking forward to doing like a completionist. I do want to get 112%, I think, at some point. From what I understand, some of the final bosses and some of the like challenge towers are really, really difficult, but they'll be really fun to do kind of in between the next few games for whatever we do next on stream. It'll be nice to kind of take a break and then pick it up and just keep going to see what else we can find, what else we can understand, and what else we can learn about the world. I have to say the music in the game was spectacular as well. All of the areas and all of the the towns and the broken down ruins, all of the music was very fitting for the area. When you were in Deep Nest, the music was really creepy and the sound effects, everything just made your skin crawl with all the stuff that's going around everywhere. It was really really cool. And in the town, it was it was almost desolate. It just felt defeated, but like there was still life there hanging on. Everything just suited the areas very perfectly. And the boss battles, the music was just, again, just set the mood and really set the stage really well for what you were in the middle of and what you were trying to accomplish. And it flowed into the background. There was enough memorable pieces that stick with you, like around the title and stuff like that, but it blended in and set the tone without being overpowering. It was really really well done, really well orchestrated, and I enjoyed it a lot. Likewise, the art style, I've talked about it a few times. You'll see it if you watch some of the previous gameplay videos. I loved it. It was just really cute, but dark and deep, and it felt like there was a lot of depth to the world. And I'm really looking forward to seeing that world expanded on in Silksong, which is the next sequel that's coming out. Although I guess really it's a prequel, because to my understanding it takes place before Hollow Knight and leads up to the events of the existing corruption. So I'm really really excited for that, and it just builds on the existing world. So we'll get to see like the Queen's Gardens and stuff as flourishing, and all of the hidden stations and all that won't be collapsed. There's going to be more with the Stag's Nest apparently, so it should be pretty neat. I'm looking forward to it. I've had a couple people ask what my favorite and least favorite bosses were. I really, really enjoyed the Mantis Lord fight in Hollow Knight. It was challenging, but not too much. There was a lot of good platforming in it with a lot of dodging and juking around, so that was great. I loved the final boss. I have to say that was one of my favorite boss fights. It was really tough. It took all of the elements from the best bosses from before and mixed them together really well without being too it wasn't like impossible to do, but it still took 3 or 4 attempts to kind of get through it. So I thought that last boss fight was really well. I got really emotional during it. Like you'll see during sort of the last phases there, he starts stabbing himself. That was a terrible hand gesture, but he starts stabbing himself, and it was heartbreaking because you realize that he's just been taken over. He can't do this anymore, and he wants to die just as much as you need to kill him. And it was just a really sad, powerful moment during that last battle. So it kind of set with me, and it was really, really good. The boss that I hated the most, Watcher Knight, hands down. That fight sucked so bad, and it really felt like there was a big element of luck. Even though when tried it for a long time. We probably put in a good hour and a half of trying to farm him. Got really close, couldn't do it. Left, got a little more beefed up, went back, and we were able to do it on the second try. But I still think had we not taken that hour of farming when it was really, really tough and we hadn't beaten it, I don't think we would have beaten it as quickly as we did when we went back to it. I think we got a little lucky with the fight, and just the fact that we had spent so much time learning how to dodge all the moves and everything. We only made it through because we had some of that extra health and the skill that we had acquired first time we tried it. So that was a crappy boss. I didn't enjoy fighting it. I didn't enjoy all the grinding for it to get through, and it did make me feel a little bit defeated in the game at one point. I was like, am I ever actually gonna beat this friggin' thing to beat the game? But we got there, so everything was good. But I think going into it when I did take away from the game a little bit. My next plans, as I said, I want to go back and 100% the game, 112%. I want to collect everything. I want to check out some more of the DLC that we've only partly explored so far. But I do want to come back to it. We are going to take a little bit of a break, try some other games. We've got Mario Maker 2 coming out soon. That's going to take up a lot of our time, but we are definitely going to come back to Hollow Knight, finish it off, and try and do a completionist, even if it's not a full 112%, because some of that stuff, again, is going to be very grindy. Apparently, we might skip it, but we'll get as much as we can done. Collect as much as we can, and really explore every little nook and cranny of Hallownest that we can get our hands on, and we'll do all that while we wait for Silksong. So that's gonna be it. That's kind of my review on Hollow Knight. Those are sort of my thoughts. A week after the fact, a week after beating it. all in all, I loved the game. I'd give it a solid 9, 9.5 out of 10. There was only one or two things that kind of irked me about it. Like I said, that Watch a Night boss was one of them. But everything just flowed really well. In my mind, it's a must-have game. If you like platformers, you've got to get it. I can't recommend it enough. It was one of my favorite games I've ever played, and I can't wait to explore a bunch more from it. So I hope you learned something from it. From this video, I'm going to try and post up some other gameplay videos of our progress through Hollow Knight. Maybe do kind of a start to end. It just depends. I was terrible about recording my videos when I was streaming, so depending what I have and how much is actually there, we'll be able to condense something out, put in a half dozen videos for it, something like that, and make a bit of a mini series. So if you enjoyed this, let me know and I'll put some more effort into it. If there's other games that you guys want to see me play, be sure to drop a note in comments there. You can catch me live on Twitch at twitch.tv/SSSilverlink. We usually stream Tuesdays and Fridays, and then whenever we can on weekend. Hope to see you there. You can also catch me on Discord, Insta, all that, social stuff. Just take a look at the video description below. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more content. So thanks again, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this video on Hollow Knight. I know I had a great time playing it. Can't wait to play more, and we will see you all next time. Till the next video.